While the trend of self-publishing books is increasing, people are looking for making a way to successfully publish their books. And if you're thinking about self-publishing a book, then you're in luck because I've got some fantastic tips to help you make the process a breeze. From editing to formatting, I'll show you how to make your book stand out in front of the sea of self-published works. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Not only will you save time, but you'll also save money and have a better chance of getting your book noticed. Today I'm talking about self-publishing and how to make sure your plan is successful by following these 7 tips. If you're thinking about self-publishing a book, there are a few key things you need to make sure to keep in mind to make sure your book is a hit. So get ready because the next few minutes are full of valuable tips you will love. Starting with number 1, have a clear idea of what you want to write. You need to clearly understand what you want to write about. You'll be surprised how many people start writing a book without knowing what they want to say. It's important to have a clear concept and a strong message that you want to convey to your readers. This will help you stay focused and on track as you write your book. Number 2, set a deadline for yourself. I know at this point, many of you might be shocked and wondering, I thought self-publishing meant I could take my sweet time and don't have to worry about deadlines. And while that might be true to some extent, setting a deadline for yourself is all about accountability. It's a way to hold yourself accountable for the progress you're making in your book. It's a way to ensure that you're not just talking about writing a book, but actually doing it. And let's be real, it's a way to motivate yourself to finish that book and get it out into the world. How do you set a deadline for yourself? Well, it's all about finding what works for you. Some people like to set a deadline for when they want the book to be completed, while others like to set deadlines for certain milestones, like finishing a certain number of chapters by a certain date or a certain number of words per day. Whatever method you choose, make sure it's something that you can stick to. And remember, a deadline is not a prison sentence. If you find that you're not making progress as quickly as you had hoped, it's okay to adjust your deadline. Number 3, create a detailed outline. Before you start writing, create a detailed outline of your book. It's like a blueprint for your book. It helps you stay organized and on track and makes the writing process much smoother. Consider the main plot points and character arcs when creating your outline. Break it into chapters and sections and even jot down key scenes. This will help you stay focused and make it easier to know what you need to write next. If you're feeling stuck or lost, refer to your outline. It'll remind you where you're headed and what you must do to get there. You might even discover something new while outlining that you hadn't thought about before. So don't skip this step. Take the time to create a detailed outline and you'll be one step closer to self-publishing success. Number 4, invest in a good editor. This may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how many self-published authors skip this step. A good editor will not only catch spelling and grammar errors, but also provide feedback on your book's overall structure and flow. Trust me, investing in a good editor is worth every penny. But how do you find a good editor? Well, first, ask for recommendations from other self-published authors. They've been in your shoes and have likely worked with a few editors themselves. You could also search online for editing services. When working with an editor, be prepared to receive constructive criticism. Remember, they're there to help make your book the best. And always make sure to communicate clearly with your editor so they understand your vision for your book. Number 5, choose a suitable format for your book. You can choose from various formats when self-publishing, such as ebook, paperback, audio, and hardcover. Choose the format that makes sense for your book and your audience. You see, different formats are better suited for different types of books. For example, suppose you're writing a cookbook. In that case, you might want to consider a physical format so readers can quickly flip through the pages while they are in the kitchen. But an ebook might be the way to go if you're writing a memoir. The key here is to consider your readers and what format is best for them. Research and see what's popular in your genre. And don't be afraid to ask your beta readers. Trust me, they'll be happy to give you their honest opinion. Don't skip on this step. Take the time to choose the suitable format for your book. Number 6, promote your book. Once your book is published, it's important to promote it. This can be done through social media, book signings, and other marketing efforts. Here are a couple of sub-tips. First, make sure you have a strong online presence. This includes having a website, social media accounts, and a mailing list. These are great ways to connect with potential readers and tell them about your book. Next, utilize the power of word of mouth. Reach out to friends, families, and even strangers and ask them to spread the word about your book. And don't be shy about it. The more people who know about your book, the better. Another great way to promote your book is through book signings and events. This is an opportunity to meet potential readers and connect with other authors. Plus, it's a fun way to leave the house and do something different. Also, consider partnering with other authors or influencers in your niche. Collaborating with others can expose your book to a whole new audience and be a great way to make new connections in the publishing industry. Now, before I get to that last tip, if you haven't already subscribed, then go ahead and do so now. And if you found value in this video so far, go ahead and click the like and don't forget to leave a comment. And my last tip, keep learning and growing. Self-publishing is an ever-evolving process. Keep learning and growing as a writer and a publisher to ensure your books continue to be successful. One way to do this is by reading industry blogs and books. There are tons of resources out there that can help you understand the latest trends and strategies for self-publishing. And it's not just about the publishing industry either. You should also be reading books on writing, marketing, and business. The more you know, the better you'll be to make intelligent decisions for your books. Another way to keep learning and growing is by attending conferences and workshops. These events are a great way to meet other authors and industry professionals. You'll come away with a wealth of knowledge and inspiration. Plus, it's an excellent opportunity to network and make connections that can help your career. So those are my 7 tips for a successful self-publishing plan. Remember, self-publishing is a lot of work, but with the right strategy in place, you can make it a success. So those are my 7 tips for a successful self-publishing plan. Remember, self-publishing is a lot of work, but with the right strategy in place, you can make it a success. Thanks for watching. If you want to know more about self-publishing, then go ahead and click on this playlist over here. Yeah, this one, right here. And I'll see you there.